Good morning, everyone. Ding ding, coffee's up. And that's not the only thing that's up. The base frame of the Sugarshack Nature Center and Family Pavilion 3000 is also up. I have an update for everyone, and I'm going to show you where I'm at, where I'm going, and the problems that I have to take care of. Okay, here is the latest update. I have all of the joists in. I have them all braced to give them strength. I have the beams in. I have everything level and square. Everything is coming together. Now, the big headache that I have, only because I decided to do it, I don't have to do it. I decided to put mesh in between the joists here. The only challenge is if this building was elevated another foot, I can easily crawl underneath and attach the mesh under the joists. No problem, right? Well, I don't have that. I can't crawl underneath there. So in order for me to put the mesh, which is 4 feet wide, and I have 2 rolls of 100 feet, so I have plenty of mesh for the frame here, I have to roll it out here, and I can attach the first piece to this end to 4 feet, 1632 4, right over here. But then once I get to the second piece, this is going to have mesh all in there, and I'm not going to be able to reach my hand down. And so when I attach the other piece, again, I'm not going to be able to reach my hand down. I'm going to have to bend the overlapping piece of mesh and attach it to the side here and kind of roll it and cut where the braces are. Why am I doing the mesh? I'm doing the mesh so I can prevent mice and rodents and God knows what, snakes, from getting underneath and eventually making a hole and digging their way through. It's not going to totally prevent them, but I think it's going to give me peace of mind and really cut down on a lot. And I'm going to put insulation in between the joists. Not a lot. It's going to be R5. I'm cheaping out. Insulation is really expensive, apparently. The rigid foam board insulation. I thought about putting spray foam in there, but that's $600-700 for my estimates. And I'll have to wait a few weeks because you can't put spray foam insulation when it's 19 degrees out. Who would have thought? It has to be at least 40 degrees on the surface temperature and in the air temperature. So that's a thing. And once I get the mesh in, then I could put the plywood on and get that all squared up. And once I get the plywood on, then it's putting the walls up and getting that going. And in order for me to put the walls up, I have to make a final decision on where to put windows, what size windows. I'm still debating on the size door that I'm going to put up. Do I go with a 36-inch wide door, or do I go with a double door? And it has some trade-offs, and I'm trying to figure it out. But this is really cool. So when you go in here, you're going to step in. Here's going to be the main entrance. The lounge is going to be right over there. There's going to be a post over here, literally right there. It's going to hold up the roof, and there's going to be a loft right up here. Then over here, I'm debating, do I put in a booth like you see in a restaurant and make this a little breakfast nook area, or a like a little work area, and I'll put a window over there? My original plan has a window to go over here in the middle, but I might put one over there. I'm still trying to figure that out. You'll notice that the joists over here is 8-inch on center. Why? Because I'm going to have a 1,000-pound evaporator sit right over here, and I wanted to give it more strength. Maybe it's not 1,000 pounds, but I tell you, when you put fire bricks in this bad boy, it gets really heavy really fast. And if there's one time to do it, this is the time to give more structure. Maybe it's overkill. The town said this is the right thing to do, so I did it. And so the evaporator will be over here, and I have plenty of space that if I decided to grow and expand the evaporator, make it double the size, I could without thinking twice about it. So that's where that's at. Then we step over here. There's going to be a door right behind me, an egress exit, if you will. And then this is the workshop. There's going to be a 4-foot wide by 8-foot long table, like a working table. I might cut that down a little bit. And then there's going to be a bench around here, like a workbench, and cabinets and all that stuff that I can hopefully get from Habitat for Humanity Restore. And then we come over here and we're joined back in the lounge area where we'll have like couches and stuff like that. So that's where this thing's at. And electrical's ready to go. Once I have a building, I can tap into the electrical. I still got to hook this up to the main house breaker and get it inspected and all that stuff. But and I got the ground rods in. So this project is coming along. And that's it. Happy Saturday.